So when we're talking about that path and why the path is working the way it is, and you see the numbers that you've been seeing, okay, just as so you can see it in your own mind's eye, okay, this path right here is the path that we would use to line up, set up to, and everything. Your path currently, when it's in the upper, you know, +4s, +5s, +6s, because the club is working so far from the inside and it's working out to the right. So this is what ends up giving us that path number, okay? So you can see, I've kind of drew that line for you. As it comes through, I mean, this is the degree angle that we're talking about, okay? So no wonder when you're set up in a square position, you start to swing that way. What is your shoulders and what do you feel like? You're way underneath swinging right. So for you, what we've got to get to, right, is still a little bit what you would feel like would be slightly from the inside, okay, but not nearly as much. So if I'm swinging on this line, you can still see that it's not quite parallel to this, but if the club approaches slightly more from the inside, stays squares longer than exits down the line, that's when you start getting a path that's closer to that 0 number, okay? So it's less underneath swinging right and flipping it, and more, let's try to keep the path working slightly from the inside, squaring on the inside, and feeling like, for you, be feeling like you're swinging more to the left, okay? So it would feel, the club would start feeling more down the line, square and releasing, as opposed to underneath to the ball and high. So you'll feel less this way, feel more on top of it with your chest, and rotating more to the left. Got it?
Makes sense.
Cool. So here we are, Brian, with about a 70-yard shot, and this is something we've worked really, really hard on. So now it's time to put it in play. Okay? With this pin tucked back left, you know long and left is dead, and what's your miss with a wedge?
Long and left.
Start it right, hook it, right? So this is going to be a really good test. The wind's even blowing a little bit right to left. This is going to be one. Let's see if we can start it at the target, or maybe a hair left of it, and cut it back and try to hold it against that wind. Okay, let's see it. Great shot. I mean, look at your divots left. The ball never even thought about turning to the left, even with the wind helping it.
Yeah.
You held onto the face, and you've got a 5-footer uphill for birdie.
Yeah, the whole thing feels so much better trying to swing left, and it just makes way more sense, you know, where I felt like I was here more swinging this way, and with my, you know, with driver all the way down the wedge, if I just feel like I swing a little bit more left, everything feels great.
Well, it's funny to me too, just looking at your divots before, you didn't take very many divots, especially with a wedge. It was more of a kind of a picking motion, so that's starting to get better too.
Yeah, thanks for all your help. That was really good.
Absolutely.